Hamlet and his mom are talking and Queen Gertrude's gender.
Just hold it for a second so people are ready, because they're presenting here.
Page 86.
So she's going to talk to Hamlet because she's upset about
The way he acted during
The
play
play.
within the play.
So she
Making
asked him
Claudius
to
mad.
talk to him. Yeah?
Okay, you gotta talk really loud
Okay.
so I can hear you. Or on you.
He will come straight. Look, you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace has streamed and stood between much heat and him. I'll silence me here. Pray you, be round with him.
Mother.
I'll warrant you. Fear me not. Withdraw. I hear him coming.
No, Mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, though thou hast that father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, you answer me with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rood not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife. And were it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can't speak.
Come and sit you down. You shall not budge. You go now till I set up a glass and where you see the inmost part of you.
What will I do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help!
What? Help! How now? Dead for a ducat, dead.
Oh me, what hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed this is.
A bloody deed, almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king?
Aye, lady, it was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding farewell, I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune, thou find'st to be busy is some danger, leave ringing in your hand. Peace, sit you down and let me wring your heart, for so I shall, if it be made of penetrable stuff. If damn custom have not brazed it so that it be proof and bulwark against sense.
What have I done that thou darst wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love, and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as dicers' oaths. Oh, such a deed as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Heaven's face does glow over the solidity, and compound mass with heated visage as against the doom, as thought stick as the act.
Hey me, what act that roars so loud and so deep in the index?
Look here upon this picture, and upon this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what grace is seated on this brow. Have Persians curled the front of Jove himself, an eye like Mars, to threaten and command. A station like the herald Mercury, new lighted on a heaven-kissing hell. A combination and a form indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal, to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain lead the feet and batten on this moor? Ha! Have you eyes? You cannot call it love, for at your age the heyday and the blood is tame. It's humble, and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? Sense sure you have, else could you not have motion, but sure that sense is apoplexed, for madness would not err, nor sense to ecstasy was never so thralled. But it reserved some quantity of choice to serve in such a difference. What devil was it that thus hath cozened you at hoodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sans all, or but a sickly part of one true sense could not so mope. Oh shame, where is thy blush? Rebellious hell, if thou canst mutine in a matron's bones. To flaming youth let virtue be as wax, and melt in her own fire. Proclaim no shame with the compulsive ardor gives the charge, since frost itself as actively doth burn and ponders reason well.
O Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turnst mine eyes into my own very soul, and there I see such black and granite spots as will not leave their sting.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweet of an unseen bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sky.
Oh, speak to me no more. These words like daggers enter my ears no more, sweet Hamlet.
a murderer, a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the filth of your preceded lord, a vice of kings, a cut-purse of the empire, and the rule that from the shelf the precious diadem stole and put into his pocket.
No more. Okay, done.
I heard the info.
Are we done?
Let's talk a little bit. Questions for the two presenters?
Where's the body language in that scene?
Defender with a sword.
No, the dialogue was very good. Impressed, like the little interest in dress.
Nice.
I want everyone to take a look at page 88. Page 88.
This is dope.
Right there.
In that box. Oh, that's Revere.
Yeah. For many of us, this is what turns me off Shakespeare from time to time. That entire page is filled up, and the top of the next page, so you've got an entire page of Hamlet basically yelling at his mom, getting angry with her. It is so dense with language, you just sort of go, oh my God. Would you get to the point?
Exactly.
It is just so full of allusions and images and words and words and words. And so we kind of lose it. Now, the fact that you could get through that and sort of make it sound like it was actually coming from an angry son who's upset with his mother amazes me. Because most people start to just blither after a while because there's just so much there. So in your own words, Todd, what are some of the things he's saying to his mother at this point that we should be aware of?
Well, he starts it off by saying, look at the two pictures, your old husband and the new husband. Then he talks about how great the king is, the old king. He's comparing him to all the gods of Mars and Mercury. And then he goes on to his new husband. He says, look, like a mildewed ear. He talks a lot of trash about him. Says he doesn't like him. Then he says, how can you even love someone because you're so old? You shouldn't be sexually involved with anyone. And then it says, what devil was it that thus hath cozened you at Hoodman blind? Saying, what devil possessed you and made you do it? And have you no shame? And yeah, that's about it.
So he chews her up pretty good now. Your reaction to what he says. How do you respond? In your own words, what do you,
Well,
what do you say?
Upsets me that he's both screaming and speaking so rude to me.
Here you feel guilty too.
Yeah, it makes me feel bad that I speak so quickly.
So that's basically the scene. You know, Hamlet is finally challenging his mother. His mother finally accepts his point of view, recognizes what she's done, admits some guilt, some feeling of guilt. Now the big question in this scene I asked you guys to consider before. When Hamlet finally turns to his mother and says, as kill a king and marry with his brother, and Gertrude looks back at him and says, as kill a king. I told you your entire interpretation of Gertrude hinges on that scene. How guilty is she? Now in your view, Gertrude, I'll talk to you. Has she killed the king?
No.
Is she married with his brother?
Yeah.
She's ready to accept that. But most of us, when we look at that scene, question whether or not she's involved with the killing of her former husband. That seems a little too much. There is the scene, and you guys seem to know it awfully well. And you know what? The props help, the dress helps, a little extra. But the reading is what's always most important, and the reading is wonderful. Thanks again.